Hey guys, CryptoDad here again. Thanks for joining me on the Saturday night live stream. Live from Michigan, where you can throw out questions and I'll do my best to get them answered. We'll talk about Bitcoin, we'll talk about the news, we'll talk about altcoins, going to move some crypto around for you guys, and as always, I'll do my very best to get to your questions and see if we can't answer your questions and troubleshoot your problems here live. Well, it's a special edition of the CryptoDad live stream. This live stream for 2025 Saturday has fallen on the 22nd of March, which is my birthday. So it is a very special live stream and a very special birthday. In 2013, my son Alex was born on March 22nd, my 50th birthday. Alex, come here, buddy. So he's going to make a quick appearance, unwilling, of course. Just come over here.
What?
There you go. Say hello to this camera right here.
Hello, people watching the stream. It's my birthday. Also, it's too.
Okay. Thank you. That was good. Oh, well. Yeah. So that's Alexander. So I got a couple of birthday cards here for me. One from my son and one from my daughter. And I don't know what I do with my wife's. Yeah. I think she forgot to give me a birthday card. No, I left hers upstairs. Yeah. So it's a great day. It's a beautiful spring day. And just wanted to share that with you guys. I'm going to lift up my green screen here. There we go. Let's get over here. We're going to talk about XRP tonight in the news, and I'm going to show you how to move XRP, a source of great confusion for many people. Let's go over here. There were some people early here that were asking me about the spring day here. And let's see. I think I have these pictures up. Let's make sure here. Yeah. So this was the 20th of March here in West Michigan, and it snowed. And and not only did it snow, but it was kind of a light rain overnight, and I had to scrape the ice off my windshield in the morning. But this is a picture I took when we were at the vet. You can see the snow and the overcast day, and then about 2 p.m. You never would have known it snowed. This is what it looked like at 2 p.m. on March 20th. Just a beautiful spring day. So that's the way weather is in West Michigan. You never know what you're going to get, and you could have something in the morning and then something completely different during the day. So that's it. That's what's going on here in Michigan. Let's greet everyone that's here. Thanks for all the birthday wishes. I appreciate it, guys. I really do. Let's see here. Kenny was here early talking about golf. Andreas is here. He was thinking that the live stream was going to start an hour later. Got me worried. I was like, am I here at the right time or not? But I think we are. I don't know if the time changes where you are, but we get a yearly time change. So I think maybe a couple of months ago, we would have been an hour later, I think, or an hour earlier. You get confused after you pass 60. Let's see. Just for Fun is here. Asked me about dollar coin. Yeah, I did want US dollar coin as a stable coin. And he was asking me if you can store it on your ledger, and you can. You can store all kinds of stable coins on your ledger device. But if you look down here in my portfolio, you can see I've got some US dollar coin that is Polygon based here. I know because it's purple. And then I have some US dollar coin here that's in the base format. And I have some Tether here that's in Binance Smart Chain format, but you can store US dollar coin and Tether in Ethereum format as well and put it in your Ethereum wallet. And if that were the case, it would look kind of like aquamarine colored, right? So you can kind of tell at a glance, what chain it's on. But yeah, you can store multiple chains, even more chains if you're using a third-party wallet like MetaMask. You could do Optimism, Arbitrum, anything, right? All of that can work on a Ledger device. So let's see. Let me finish greeting everybody. Kenny was talking about golf, one of his favorite subjects. Simon is here. Good to have you here, Simon. Drew A is here. Simona Mooland, HR by Catherine. Christopher Tain from Melbourne. E. Poston from Colorado. Pearls of Wisdom. Eric Royston. Dustin and Shadow, good to have all of you back again. Amsterdam, Holland. Eric, all you guys wishing me happy birthday. Thank you so much. It's good to be with family here on Saturday nights. And we are okay. You are going to get a time change next week. Interesting. All right. If for those of you who've never been in the stream, there's all sorts of goodies in the description down below. If you don't see the whole description, just click under the video where it says more, show more, I guess, and then it'll open up your whole description. This is what we're gonna talk about. The agenda, of course, we're gonna send and receive some XRP. My latest video is on using the Ledger STAX or Flex as your hardware pass key. It works really well as a pass key. It has a great touch screen, and when I log into Coinbase or if I try to withdraw from Coinbase, it asks me to authorize on my device, and you've seen me do that a few times in the live stream. And I talked about it last week and in a video I think I posted on Sunday. So I thought I would do a whole beginning to end, how do you set up your device as a hardware passkey. So it's a pretty cool functionality of the device, right? So that's my latest video. And I've got my own landing page now from Ledger. Great guys. There was someone in the live stream that was asking about upgrading from a Ledger Nano S. That's a very timely question because Ledger is going to focus on that. They're trying to figure out a way to validate whether you have a Ledger Nano X, and I think they've got it. I may be saying more than I should, but yeah, I think they're going to be focusing on encouraging people that are using the Ledger Nano S to upgrade to a higher end device. I get a lot of flack. I get people that complain and say stuff like, oh, an electronic device should last for 10 years. I don't know what universe he lives in, but nobody that I know is walking around using a 10-year-old phone. You're lucky if your 10-year-old TV still works. These devices are specific for crypto, and technology improves every day. If you are managing thousands of dollars worth of crypto, or if you are managing your life-changing wealth, the wealth that you feel you've invested in crypto and you're counting on that to be your life-changing wealth, why would you complain about having to buy a better, a newer, more functional, a more secure device than hanging on to this old Ledger Nano S? It really bugs me. I had a good rant that got over 100,000 views where I was just, I couldn't understand why anyone would want to hang on to an old, outdated device based on some kind of frugality, like, hey, I paid $79 for this thing. How dare they? How dare it wear out after 3 years or 5 years or whatever? I mean, come on, man. It doesn't matter whether it still works or not. You want a better device. You could use the old one as your backup. Anyway, I'm done with that. There are much better devices out there for managing your crypto. And that crypto is more about storing in a wallet and forgetting about it. I'm tired of hearing that one too. Oh, I thought you were just supposed to use it to store things and shouldn't it last forever? I'm like, no, you want to manage your crypto. We're going to do that tonight, right? You got to learn how to send your crypto back and forth. Otherwise, you're going to make a mistake and lose a bunch of crypto. So stick with me, guys. I'm off my rant. I've got my landing page. Oh, and by the way, when you use my landing page, you'll always get $10 in Bitcoin when you use my link to buy any Ledger device. This landing page will update depending on whatever deals they're running. So if they're running a deal where they're giving away $30 or $40 worth of Bitcoin with the purchase, they'll update it to that. I don't think it'll multiply, but whenever they're not on a deal, it'll always fall back to the $10. So it's my permanent discount code, which I think was pretty cool of them. And this landing page will be permanent, and it will always have whatever their latest deals are. So I'm pretty proud of that. I think I mentioned it last week at the end of the stream, but now I got it at the beginning of the stream. A bunch of affiliate links. Any of these wallets that I talk about, Trezor, we're going to play with my Trezor Safe 5 tonight. Tangem, I don't know if I'll have time to play with the Tangem. We might. All kinds of good products that I believe in that help you manage your crypto. And then just a few stories that we're going to go through tonight. And then I'll jump straight into managing XRP back and forth between your wallet and an exchange. All right, so let's see here. Beautiful spring day. This was the big news in the middle of the week. We got a little bit of a bump early in the day. When it was announced that the SEC had abandoned their appeal. So they basically lost the case a few months back. I don't remember exactly when, but the SEC was going to appeal, right? And so they hadn't given up, even though they had basically lost the case. Well, and that had been hanging over XRP and the XRP ecosystem and the price action. Well, they finally announced that they were giving up their appeal, and the case is over now. XRP is not a security based on the ruling of the court, right? Multi-year enforcement action against Ripple is finally coming to an end. This is it, the moment we've been waiting for. The SEC will drop its appeal, a resounding victory for Ripple, for crypto, every way you look at it. Ripple CEO Brad Garlinghouse wrote on X March 19th, right? So just an incredible story, an incredible victory for crypto and the crypto community. Again, I know everybody's kind of in the doldrums because we're off our all-time highs, but I mean, come on, guys, this is just incredible news, unthinkable, several years back when, we were constantly getting bashed by people in the government, people in finance, people in academia. We're bashing Bitcoin and crypto. It's worthless. It's only used by criminals. It's based on nothing. All of the tropes over and over again. And then they had to come up with new stuff, to bash Bitcoin. Oh, it's bad for the environment. Yeah. Oh, it's bad for the environment because it uses electricity, like everything else in the world, compared to the current financial system and all the banks and all the buildings and all the trucks. Their carbon footprint is like, multiple times whatever they're, calling Bitcoin. But yeah, that was the one. Oh, Bitcoin is bad for the environment, here we are, 2025. Bitcoin has, we had the Bitcoin reserve declared by Trump a few weeks back. We had the crypto summit at the White House. We have XRP, the SEC finally giving up against XRP. We just got great news rolling in. And so what? We're off our highs. We're not at, 109,000. We're at 84,000 or whatever. But it's just a temporary setback. People were saying that Bitcoin was a bubble when it peaked at 20,000 in 2017. When was the last time Bitcoin was at 20,000? It's been a while, right? 2020, I think. Left 20,000 behind for good. Anywho, this is great news. Yeah, and then this story here, it is a victory for the entire industry. The U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission's dismissal of the years-long lawsuit against Ripple Labs, the developer of the XRP Ledger blockchain network, is a victory for the industry. He revealed that the case had been dismissed. It feels like a victory for the industry and the beginning of a new chapter. So just a major reversal in the relationship of the government to the crypto industry, specifically Ripple, but, this can be broadly applied to the entire industry, right? So, but yeah, we had that little bump. I don't know, it was like a 5-10% bump for XRP that day, and it has since kind of cooled off. So interesting. Why was that? Because when they announced the suit back in 2020, Ripple dropped like a rock. I mean, I don't know. It probably lost like 80% or something crazy like that. So, you would think that the announcement that the case was over and that Ripple had won would, pop it up like, 100%. But it didn't. And so the analysts are saying that the news was pretty much already priced in just based on the Trump election, because everyone knew that Trump was going to be crypto-friendly, that the new administration was going to be crypto-friendly. It was one of the things that he campaigned on because the Biden administration and Gary Gensler's SEC were just like so hostile to crypto in every way that they could imagine. Regulation by enforcement. They were always bringing cases against crypto companies and crypto exchanges. We've seen not only the case against Ripple being dropped and dismissed, we've seen the SEC drop their case against Coinbase. Binance US is starting to get fiat back. So just a big turnaround in the crypto industry. Also in the news, SEC says proof of work mining does not constitute securities dealing. This is great news for all of the crypto mining companies. Not every crypto is proof of work. Bitcoin, of course, is the granddaddy, the proof of work, which is one of the reasons they say it's bad for the environment, because it does require electricity. It has very highly intensive calculations. When mining, these are very complicated mathematical problems. They do require a high amount of processing and energy, but that is a testament to its security. And then a lot of the cryptos now are what we call proof of stake, where they use network validators to run their blockchain. It's a little bit of a different scenario or philosophy. But the other proof of work coins are Litecoin, I believe, is still proof of work. Monero is proof of work. Doge is proof of work. Yeah, they do have all of these coins can be mined if you have the equipment and the know-how. It's pretty pointless to try and do solo mining unless you're just a hobbyist. But anyone with a personal mining rig can join a mining pool and share in rewards. So yeah, anyone can mine, and the SEC has decided that this does not constitute securities dealing. So another great victory for the crypto industry. So we just got a lot of good stuff coming in. So let's see. I think I sort of covered the few questions that got thrown out early on about stablecoin. And so I wanted to, any chance you could do an updated video on staking ETH with Lido on Ledger? I think about it. It's not that difficult. I don't know how much the interface has changed, but it's basically gotten easier. You can stake Ethereum right from your Ethereum wallet in Ledger Live. You know, when you go over here to the earn, and then you tell it which one are we in here? Oh, I see. Well, let's just do stacks, I guess. And then they give you a lot of choices here, not just Lido, but a lot of them. Basically, native staking of Ethereum, you have to have at least 32 Ethereum in your wallet to do native staking. So there aren't that many people out there with 32 Ethereum in their wallets. I guess there are. But there are a lot of services available that allow you to stake less than 32 ETH. And they're basically facilitating something like Lido. Pardon me. No, I can't go through all of this right now because I think I would need to have my device attached to actually go through the entire thing. But, you know, you can, I'm not sure if I even have enough. Okay, yeah, there. I could stake the Ethereum that I've got in here. You just hit stake. I mean, they've made it really easy. Yeah. But anyway, let's do some transfer of XRP. So the first thing I want to do is what normal people would do would be I bought some XRP on Coinbase, and I would like to put it in my Ledger wallet. So let's do XRP. Let's go over here, and we'll buy some with the cash that I have in my account. Not much. Let's go back to portfolio, and there it is, about $50 worth of XRP. So I want to send this to my wallet. So let's go into Ledger Live, and we'll go to my XRP. We'll go, I have the account on my STAX device. So let's go ahead and connect my STAX. Let's see, let me go over here so you can, hopefully this thing with this camera is still working. Hey, it looks like it is. All right. So I'll go ahead and connect my STAX here. Okay. Let's enter the PIN. Ugh. All right. Let's try again. Yeah, I only do that when I'm live. All right, so you can launch XRP first. If you want to, Ledger Live will automatically launch it for you. Let's get this thing. I'll show you the screen here on top of this. So what we want to do is receive XRP. We'll hit continue here. And it's probably, yeah, it wants me to verify the address, right? This is the hardware check. Ugh, I canceled it. Okay, let's try that again. Kind of slipped. Okay, there. All right, so we'll just swipe. Shows me the address on the device. Beautiful touch screen, you can see. You just verify it, make sure it's the same one that you see there, right? Before we do that, let's grab the address, so we'll have it in our clipboard. And then we just hit confirm. And that's the hardware verification. That's very similar to what we usually see. Right, depending on the crypto. Let's hit done here. We got the address in our clipboard. Let's go back over to Coinbase. We'll go, we'll click right here where it says XRP, not over here. That's trading. This will take you to trading. We don't want to trade. We just want to manage, right? So we click right on top of XRP. We paste in our address. right? And then it shows the address down here. We click on it. All right, we do not need the tag. This is the key right here. People get so confused about this. I've had so many people saying, why won't my wallet give me a key? Where is the key? My wallet won't give me a key. Well, need a tag memo. Yeah. Yeah. See, now they've added some hints, right? So you don't need a tag when you're sending to your wallet. Some exchanges force you, but a lot of them don't. Like a lot of them are just suggesting it, but it freaks people out. And so, they freak out and they ask me, where's the tag? You don't need the tag. So there is no tag on your wallet, right? You could use like a faux tag, like 1234 or 000. So we don't need the tag. We can skip that, and then they'll give us some warning, and we'll hit send, and we'll use my device as a passkey. Remember I talked about that, right? So I need to exit the XRP app. We're done. All right. Yeah, I think, I had done it again because I was ranting. All right, so I'm going to quit that. All right, and let me show you what happens here. When I choose security key and hit next, then my device will launch the security key app and my Coinbase verification, right? We'll hit login there. We'll go back here, and away it goes. That's pretty good stuff, right? So that's it. It's not that hard. The tricky thing is that, tags are required when you're sending to an exchange, but not when you're sending to a wallet. All right. Okay, so let's sync up and see if it comes in. Should come in. Yeah. See, it comes in really fast. I saw the balance kind of update there. Oh, okay, there it is. Yeah, received 626 53. Oh, you can't see it because I'm in the way. Hang on just a second here. Which one? This one. No, there. So yeah, you can see over here that it just came in. All right. So easy peasy, quick, and it didn't really cost that much either. So another great thing about Ripple or XRP is that the fees are practically negligible. All right. So let's send wallet to wallet. Let's see if we go here to Trezor. I want to send it over to my Trezor. Wallet to wallet on a Trezor is not going to... okay, it wants my device, but the interesting thing about Trezor, if I can find it, where'd it go? Oh, it's on the floor. Is that you can connect if I do that, I won't be able to show you what I'm doing on my screen. Okay, so I'm going to do the flippy floppy thing. I'm going to... oh boy, I'm going to disconnect my... let's just go over here. Okay. We'll get there. All right, so I'm going to disconnect my Ledger, and I'm going to connect my Trezor. This is the Trezor Freedom Edition, which they sent me. 30. I have 34 out of 2100. It's pretty cool. All right, so this is my Trezor Safe 5 Freedom Edition. Just tap it, enter my PIN. All right, and then we can look at our screen here. There we go. All right, so the dashboard is pulling up. Oh Okay, almost there. Yeah. So we'll go over to XRP. Whoops, wrong screen. All right, we'll do a receive. This is a brand new wallet. I just initialized this today. We'll click show full address. And there it is, right? It shows up on the device. Right? And it shows up on the screen. So I can verify these. Right? And then when I'm done, I hit swipe up. All right, and then after I verify, I'm sorry, I got to do one more thing. I got to like tap to confirm. All right, and then after I tap to confirm, it allows me to copy the address into my clipboard. All right, so now I go back over to Ledger Live, and I'm going to do send, and I'm going to paste in that address that I just got from my Trezor. I don't need the tag. When you're sending wallet to wallet, you don't need the tag. We'll hit continue here. I'll say don't use tag. Is it spendable yet? Oh, yeah. Okay. Oh, there's no max. Okay, that's fine. Let's just do 2,000. No, that's not what I want. Oh, no. I don't want to do that. There's more in there than I thought. Okay. Yeah, so let's just do $50 worth of XRP. Now here's the tricky part. When I hit continue, what's going to happen? It's going to say, hey, where is that device, right? Well, I disconnected it, right? So I need to disconnect the Trezor and then take the Ledger, because the Ledger is sending. So the Ledger needs to be connected to authorize the transaction. Okay, so now it took me a minute. I'm going to go ahead and enter the PIN here. Yeah. All right, and I can get out of the security key. We'll go back here, and then we'll say retry. And then ask me to open the XRP on my device. Remember, this is the device we're sending from, right? So it needs, tells me to sign the transaction. I need to review. And so here's the information of what I'm sending, where I'm sending from, where I'm sending to. And then I just need to hold to sign. And away she goes. And then we can go back. Let's go back over to this. We'll hit there, and let's go back here. Oh, now it wants. Now I got to reconnect the Trezor so I can see Trezor Suite. But that's okay. Let me just go ahead, and once I get in here, I'll save it. See, I've got the device. I just put in the PIN. So what I want to do here, I definitely need the device when I'm sending out and when I'm doing, managing crypto. But if I just want to check the balance, then I can save this in Trezor Suite. So if I click up here, where is it? Is it here? Where do you save? Oh, wait, it says view only disabled. Why? Okay, there we go. They've changed it slightly. Okay, so what I want is view only enabled so that I can view balances without having the device attached, which is fine. All right, we'll just go back here. We got the $50 worth of XRP. Came in really quick, and we're good to go. Now, the other way, that's where we need the memo, right? So let's go back and let's just take it back to Coinbase this time. Let's hit deposit, receive crypto. We'll tell them we want to send some XRP. There's the address and the tag, right? So they're giving me both, and it says required here. That's the important part. It says required. If I send with just the address, it's not going to show up in my account. And you could conceivably lose your XRP by doing that. A lot of times you can call them and go through, jump through a bunch of hoops. You might find they might be able to get it for you. But this memo is how they categorize the deposits. They know whose is whose by the memo. If you just send them XRP without a memo, they don't know whose it is. I mean, they could trace your IP, but they don't do that, right? You have to, send them the transaction ID and everything else so they can see the time and the date. I mean, it's a whole thing, right? So you got to use this memo. So how to use the memo when we send? Let's get the address. Let's go to Ledger Live. Let's hit send. There's the address. Paste. Well, there's the tag. Whoops. That was me. Sorry. Let's go back. Let's go back here. Yeah, that was me. Okay. Let's go here. Let's paste in that address. Well, here's the what the heck? How many times do I have to do this? All right. Boom, 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 boom. How many times? There. Okay. All right. Oh my gosh. What the heck? Okay. All right, Rex. Just relax. Okay. Let me go over here and do something crazy. Huh? Paste? Why does it keep doing that? Okay. Let's go back here. Copy. Copied to clipboard. Didn't you see it? It said copied to clipboard. Is it just me? Okay, it won't do that. All right, let's try it again. Paste. Oh my gosh, what is going on here? Okay. Wow. All right. Okay, let's try this again. Was that XLM? Maybe that was what it was. All right, copied to clipboard. One more time. Oh my gosh. Wow, that was crazy. Boy, if I'd have been a newcomer, I'd have been freaking out. All right, let's go back. Let's get the tag. Woo! Oh, they call it a memo. Pardon me. It's a memo. All right, we put it here. Bam. Boom. Done. Easy peasy. All right, how much do we want to send? We'll send $50 worth. Or we could just say, I just want to send 21 XRP. All right. Notice the network fee here is 0.00001. Yeah. Well, way less than a penny. All right. So there we go. Now see, I've got the memo field filled out. We want to double check that. Right. And then I'll hit continue. And then wants me to unlock the device. I need to, swap devices again. Get used to this. Right? It's not that difficult. You can swap devices midstream, right? It's a little tedious because you have to always re-enter the PIN, but we're all adults here, right? It's not that hard. All right, open the XRP app. Review the transaction. See, we want to review the transaction. We'll go here. There's the information. We're sending it from this account using a memo tag to this destination. That's my Coinbase destination, right? We can look at that one more time. Sorry. Right? All right. So everything's good. We double checked everything. And we swipe to the next screen and hold to sign. Transaction signed. Off it goes. All right. Now, it may take slightly longer to hit Coinbase. Coinbase probably still thinks it's in my account. Right? Yeah, as far as Coinbase is concerned, that first... Oh, okay, it's gone out according to Coinbase. Good. So we should see it come in shortly. There. I guess that was it. Yeah, there it is. What just happened? All right. Oh, we hit the... Okay, we'll do that. And we should see... Oh, okay, it's unavailable. But we should see that there some went out and some came right back in because we're playing around. Right? So sending and receiving XRP between Coinbase and your device. Let's go back over here to Trezor. And this time let's send to Kraken. I'm going to sign in now that I've got my device attached. We'll use passkey. All right, I'll just quit this. I'll use a security key and next. Right, and it launches security key. Wants me to log into Kraken. All right, and we want to make a deposit of XRP. Generate the deposit address. Okay, so they give me both, right? They give me deposit address and memo. So let's go back to Trezor. Okay, so I want to do a send up here. I'll paste in the address. That's my Kraken address. Let's go over here and get that destination tag. Copy that into our clipboard. Go back to Trezor. Where is that memo field? Boopity boopity boo. Okay. Oh, here. Okay. So we got to click destination tag and paste it in here. All right. That was a little more complicated. Right? You may not have seen that right away. How much do we want to send? The max is probably going to... I don't know how much they make you hold. They used to make you keep like 10 XRP in a wallet, but they don't do that anymore. They changed that. Is it going to let me do this? Oh, I think I need to connect my Trezor to make this happen. All right, so I just need to enter the PIN. Okay. Let's go back here. Okay, so now that it sees the device, it's all happy. Lets me review. Okay, so I see it on the screen here. I see it on the device here. Right, there's the destination tag. We swipe up. There's the address. You know, we can verify that here and here. Right, we want to double check everything. All right, we'll swipe up again. There's the amount. Swipe up again. There's the fees. And then hold to sign, right? There's a little bit of haptic feedback on that one too. Nice color touchscreen. I really like this device. All right, and then we're done here. Oh, we still need to broadcast from here. So once we've confirmed on the device, we have to hit send, and away it goes. So the XRP should go to 0 here shortly. know how to refresh, but that's okay. It should go to 0 shortly. And then we'll go to Kraken, and this should hit 50 or close to 50 shortly. Okay. Let's see here. I was making good time tonight, right? I wanted to make sure that I got everything done in a timely manner, so I'd have time to answer some questions. Yeah, see, there it is. So boom, it hits my Kraken account within minutes. So once again, when you're sending to your wallet, you don't need a tag. All you need is the wallet address. When you're sending from wallet to wallet, you don't need the tag. All you need is the wallet address of the other wallet. When you're sending from your wallet to an exchange that requires a tag, and most of them do for XRP. I don't know of any that don't. They're going to give you that tag, and they'll say it's required. You need to use the address and the tag when sending from your wallet. And, you know, I've been through this many, many, many times, but this is the number one source of confusion and questions I get when it comes to managing XRP. Dan is here tonight. Good to have you, Dan. Yes, we went out for Mexican food at El Centrino, a really nice Mexican restaurant here in Grand Rapids. Let's see. Where is it? Oh, it's on 28th Street. Where'd it go? It's right here. No. Yeah. It's right over here. I don't know what happened to it. Okay. God. Okay. Oh, yeah, there it is. Yeah, it's a great place. Yeah, beautiful. It's got a great selection of food. Okay, so let's go through and see if there's any burning questions. People who say that BTC will reach those numbers are people who want you to hold the bags. Fred McIntyre, thank you for being here and reminding everyone to hit the like button. I appreciate that. What about the bug that happened to Tangem? Is that bug makes it to be not safe or what, bro? No, it does not. There was a vulnerability that was discovered because their app is open source. The bug was discovered and fixed. No one lost any crypto. End of story, pretty much. That's the way open source should work, right? We discover vulnerabilities, they get fixed, and we move on, right? Yes. And that was a very particular bug that only occurred if you're using a seed version of the Tangem card. I always recommend using the Tangem card seedless without generating a seed because that's just the way it was designed to work. But a lot of people think they want to have that backup, so they use the seed version. And that's fine too, but the bug occurred when people that used the seed version contacted tech support within a week, I believe, of setting up the wallet. Unfortunately, the seed information was stored in the log, and the log was attached along with their request. That's just the way it's common practice for tech support to, when you use the in-app tech support, it automatically sends them the log, which makes it really easy for the end user and easy for tech support to look and see what happened. But unfortunately, that the legacy code was attaching that information that included the seed. It probably encrypted, but and like I said, nobody lost any crypto, and that's all done. That's been months now. Yeah. So let's see here. It's the fastest I've seen, but I'm pretty new. Yeah, it's a very fast crypto to use XRP. It'll be nice when we start seeing tokenized Web3 games or other use cases besides just swapping tokens on an exchange. Yeah, I mean, we're basically just, what you saw me do tonight was just buy and sell crypto and transfer, manage crypto. It's basic. We've done some more advanced stuff, but because of the XRP story, I wanted to focus on, I consider that easy. And I've done it so many times, but there are so many people that are still confused about it. I was reading, someone left a comment on one of my videos, and they were saying, I think it was a setup video for the Ledger STAX. And they were saying, I'm new. I've never done this before, and I'm still confused. And most of the complaints I get on my videos are that I go too slow, that I take too long, that I don't have all these fancy cutscenes and whatever, that I'm just like sitting there explaining step by step. And, most of these people are like, hey, boomer, but whatever, some people, even my pace is too difficult. Because crypto is not intuitive, right? It requires a learning curve, right? That's why I'm here. I've been doing videos since 2017. Things change, blockchains improve, crypto improves, technology improves. Guys, please update your wallets. I'm begging you, get a new wallet. I've just been like that, my whole life when it comes to tech. Even back in the 90s, there were people, oh, I'm not upgrading to Windows 98. It's got too many bugs. I'm going to stick with my Windows 95, for the next 3 years or whatever. I'm like, dude, just use the latest version of the operating system. It's better, it's faster, more secure. I mean, everything about, bugs get fixed. So I've just always been that way, why, limp along with an old phone when you can get a new phone? Now, I understand, some tech's expensive. But if you're using a Ledger Nano S to manage your crypto, you can get a Ledger Nano S Plus, which is the next step up from, it's their base model now, and it has updated firmware and security, more storage than the old Ledger Nano S. At the very minimum, if you've got a Ledger Nano S, you should get a Ledger Nano S Plus. I mean, it's a no-brainer, especially if you're managing thousands of dollars worth of crypto. If you're managing your life-changing wealth, please update your device. Oh my gosh, all you have to do is get your seed phrase and migrate onto the new device. You won't have to pay any transfer fees or whatever, or get a Ledger Nano X, which has the Bluetooth and the mobility. You can use it on the go. Great. Or, do what I do and get the premier devices. Get yourself a Ledger Flex, a Ledger STAX. I know they're expensive, but how much crypto do you have? 20,000, 30,000, 50,000, 100,000? You got more than that, and you're too cheap to buy a high-end device to manage it. And you've also got, you saw me using the Trezor Safe 5 earlier, which is another great crypto wallet. And we've been talking about Tangem too. Tangem's a great on-the-go, easy-peasy crypto wallet. I love my Tangem. By the way, I've been getting, I've got, just before the stream started, I got 2 spam texts telling me that my Coinbase password somebody tried to reset my password. This is a flat-out scam. Even if someone had been trying to reset my Coinbase, I don't care. I'm not going to call this number and ask them. That's a scam right there. If I'm worried about my Coinbase account, I should log into my Coinbase account and double check everything. And, go in there and change my password myself if I want to. But really, these are just scams. Ugh. All right. So what was I talking about? Tangem? Yeah, Tangem is a great wallet. I love Tangem. The nice thing about Tangem is it shields the end user from managing their seed phrase, right? You don't have to write anything down. I've got a couple of Tangem cards here. You can see I got one here, right? I've got the Tangem Stealth, and then I've got the older Tangem card, seedless card, right? Works just fine. Never lost any crypto on this. Been using it for years now. I don't know how many years it's been since I've had this wallet. But I love Tangem. Supports lots of cryptos, really easy. And the main attack surface for any crypto newbie is getting tricked into revealing their seed phrase or losing their seed phrase or writing it down incorrectly or, I don't know what it is about, Western society, but writing 24 words down seems to be, high level for most people. I don't know what it is, and I hear lots of sad stories, saw somebody on Reddit today, reset my device because I forgot my PIN. All right. So they can't remember their PINs. They can't seem to write down their seed phrase correctly. Right. I don't think there's hope for people in the West. Right. So so he wrote down, he couldn't remember his PIN. So he had to do a reset, got out his seed phrase, did the restore. The wallets are still inaccessible because apparently he wrote his seed phrase down wrong when he wrote it down the first time, or he read it back wrong, or whatever he did. Simple error. And he's wondering, well, why did it come up valid? Well, there is a small chance that you could have a valid seed phrase, even if you wrote down one of your words incorrectly. It is possible. So all of that stuff leads to loss of crypto, and all of that sort of stuff can be bypassed and avoided by using Tangem. Right? Tangem is the simple wallet for a newbie they figured out a way to bypass seed management. So that's why I love Tangem so much. Now, if you need a more advanced wallet, then a Trezor or a Ledger is probably better for, if you're more advanced, right? Has more functionality, supports, lots more different wallets and obscure cryptos and all that stuff. So, but yeah. Just make sure you've got an updated wallet. Okay, Pearls of Wisdom is still keeping his crypto on the exchange, which is also valid. There's nothing wrong with that. I'm an advocate of self-custody. We saw FTX collapse. A lot of people that had their crypto on the FTX exchange lost their crypto. Some of them got paid back, like a small percentage. But, we want to store crypto in our own wallets. That's, I like how you do your videos. It's like sitting with a friend who's willing to explain things slowly. I still go very slow when I send crypto anywhere. Thank you, Satellite Lily. That's very kind of you. I've also had people say stuff like, I watch your video over and over and I pause it, as I go through everything. I'm going to keep doing my videos the way I do them. I'm not going to speed them up. And I don't think I can really slow them down any more than they already are. Let's see. I like Ellipal for long-term storage. Ellipal is also a good wallet. Ellipal and Keystone are both air-gapped wallets. Air-gapped is a little complicated. It's hard for me to even do during the live stream because the air gap thing is a little tricky to do as a demo. I can record them, but doing them live can be problematic because it's just kind of tricky. It's much for more advanced users. People who forgot everything is the reason CEX existed. Yeah, that's right. Yeah. If you've got now, but if you're careless, if you can't remember your pins and you can't write your seed phrases down, and you want to use Coinbase or Kraken or Gemini or whatever, that's all well and good, but you have to be rigorous with those two. Because if you forget your password and reset your password too often, you're going to start raising red flags, and then you might get locked out of your account. Unless you've got your password saved in your browser or whatever you're doing, which isn't very secure, by the way. Your passwords that are stored in your browser are vulnerable. They are encrypted, but much better to use a full-blown password manager like OneKey, something like that. I use OneKey, one password. I use 1Password for my password management. I couldn't live without it. Before I go, I wanted to thank everyone for being here on my birthday. Whoops. Just wanted to show you the present. I think I talked to you guys about this last couple weeks ago. This is the new motherboard that I bought, and I just tore a little bit. That's okay. This is MSI, and then I just got this Thursday. The Ryzen 9. 90. Come on. Oh yeah, I got to do this. Gonna do that. I guess not. I guess it won't do the close up. But anyway, it's the I'll show you here. Come on, Rex. This one. Yeah. So that's the motherboard. The X870E, godlike. And this is the AMD Ryzen 9950X 3D. It was a real pain trying to get this thing. It was frustrating. I tried to order it like as soon as it came on, and they sold out right away. But later in the day, on the 12th of March, I was able to order it from Amazon. And then they said, oh, we'll let you know when we ship it. So I waited like a week wondering if it was ever going to ship. And Amazon was selling it above retail. It was $6.99, and then the next day Amazon was selling it for like $850, something like that, $870. But they let me know on Tuesday that it had shipped, and so I got it at retail. So we're building a new machine because I couldn't start tonight. I couldn't start today because I had to do the live stream. But I'll probably tear down the machine tomorrow. I'll pull out the old motherboard and processor and slap in the new one and reformat. I bought new hard drives too, better hard drives. Yeah, I bought the 990 Pro M2 hard drive. This is the 2 terabyte, but I also got a 4 terabyte for my data drive. This will be my my system drive. So it's clean. So I'm gonna put a clean system drive, reinstall Windows, reinstall all my apps, and then I have all my docs and my videos and my music and all the, well, I don't keep music on my computer anymore, pictures, all that stuff on the data drive, right? So we'll do that. And so hopefully next week I'll have it all upgraded. It'll look the same. It'll look the same to you because it'll be pretty much in the same case. But yeah, it'll have the new chip and the new motherboard and the new hard drive. It'll be great. So once again, thanks for being here tonight. It's a good birthday. It's good spending my birthday with you guys. I always try to do this on Saturday. I used to sometimes delay it until the next day, Sunday, but everyone's just so used to Saturday that when I do that, a lot of people that are regulars they just they don't get the memo when I post that, hey, I'm not going to do the live stream, and they get disappointed. Where's Rex? And then they don't realize I'll be there on Sunday. Some people do, but it just makes life easier for everybody if I come and see you on Sunday. I'm sorry, Saturday, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard. Every Saturday, I'm committed to that. I want to thank everyone again. Thanks, Ken, for the news. Thanks for being here early. Hope you enjoy your golf. Hope you get to the original course in Scotland someday, even though you're not as fast as you used to be. You don't have the distance. We're all that way too. I can't do as many pull-ups and sit-ups as I could when I was a younger man, but we have more wisdom, right? That's the trade-off there. Thanks, Dan, for being here. Thanks, Dustin and Shadow, for being a member and for gifting memberships. I don't know if you did one tonight, but you are always so generous to all the other people here in the stream. I appreciate you. I appreciate everyone that was here and asked questions. If I missed your question, shoot me an email, thecryptodad@gmail.com. Shoot me an email. I will try to answer your question for you. So don't get frustrated if you missed out. Just shoot me an email. And I will see everyone here again next week, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, Saturday, for the live stream from Michigan, where you can throw out questions, and I'll do my best to get them answered. If you like this video, give me a thumbs up. If you'd like to subscribe to my channel, I would appreciate it. When you subscribe, there's a little bell that you can click that will allow you to be alerted whenever I post new content. Once again, thanks for joining me, and hope to see you again soon. Good night, everybody.